Okay, so with that, let's get started on the Google Cloud Console. So over here, I have the Google Cloud Console open, and the first thing which we have to do is start the Cloud Shell. And then once the Cloud Shell is open, let's open it in a new browser window. And once this is done, let's click on both the tabs, which is Open Editor and Open Terminal. So with this, we will be initializing the Cloud Editor and the Cloud Shell because we need these both. Okay, so now after opening the Cloud Editor and the Cloud Shell, now let's get back to the problem. So essentially, in order to enable CORS on any particular resource, that is when we have to add some CORS headers. Okay, so we will be coming back to what exactly is meant by CORS headers shortly. But for now, let's create a very simple HTML project. Okay, so to do that, let's first go to the Google Cloud Console, and over here, let's go to Cloud Functions. And we have created a cloud function called email checker. So now let's click on this and let's click on trigger. So essentially this is the URL where we can make request to basically talk to the email checker function. So if you open this URL in a new tab, then essentially you have to pass in a particular email over here. So after this, you have to put in a question mark and then email equal to, and now we pass in some text. So let's say ABC. Okay, so with this, let's wait until we get a response from the server. So essentially email is equal to ABC is an invalid email, which we have built last time. So exactly as what we had expected, the response is that email is invalid. So this is something which we had built last time. And right now, as you can see, we are the user and we are directly making a request to this particular function. So in this particular case, we are not talking to a middleman in between, but essentially we are directly talking to this particular cloud function and there is no middleman in between. So over here, CORS is not at all an issue. But now let's create this particular middleman. Okay, so to do that, once we have the Cloud Shell started, so let's start Cloud Shell again. So once Cloud Shell is started, let's create a new folder. Okay, so over here, let's create a new folder by pressing right click and new folder. So over here we have email website. So essentially the goal is to build a website which can tell you some basic information about the email which you have entered, and then if that particular email is valid, that is when it will display some other information. So over here we have the email website folder. So over here let's create a new directory. So for creating any HTML project, we have to create a directory or a folder called public, and everything should be present inside this folder called public. Okay, so with this, we have created a folder called public, and now inside this public folder, let's create a new file which is called index.html. Okay. So now we have a simple file called index.html inside the public folder. Okay, so let's quickly write some text over here. So first of all, we have the HTML tag. So over here we have HTML, and then we have the closing tag for HTML. So we have /HTML. Then we have the head tag. Then we have the closing tag for head. So we have /head. Then inside head, now we can write in some text which will be displayed on the browser tab. So essentially the text which is displayed over here is called the text inside the head. So over here we can create a title and then we can close the title. So inside this, let's type in a simple title for our very basic website, which is called email checker. Okay, so over here we have email checker, and now after giving a title for our website, let's now also create an HTML body tag. So over here we have body, and anything which is present inside the HTML document or anything that you see is always present inside the body tag. Okay, so over here let's create a simple h1 tag. So we have h1, and then let's close this tag, and inside this h1 tag, now let's give a title to our website. So we have the same thing called email checker. So let's paste this here. Okay, and now we have created this website, but now we want to look at this particular HTML page, and everything is happening inside the cloud, and you can't directly view a website from the cloud without hosting it. So normally what we would do is we would create an app.yaml file, and then we would run the command called gcloud app deploy, and after that everything would go on the Google Cloud servers, and then we would get an email where we could run or look at this particular website. But for now we cannot do that. So in order to simulate this particular website somewhere, that is when we will be using a new package from npm. Okay, so over here inside the command line, we want to install a new package. So over here we have npm, which stands for Node Package Manager, and we will be looking at what exactly is meant by Node Package Manager shortly. But for now we have npm, then after npm we have I, which stands for install, and then we have the -g flag. So G stands for global. Okay, so after npm I-G, then we will be installing a particular library called HTTP server. Okay, so HTTP server essentially just takes all of the HTML file and it displays it as HTML websites. So over here we have npm I-G HTTP server, and at the beginning of this command we can type in the word sudo. So essentially this will run this particular command as an administrative privilege. So let's click this. So over here essentially we have an error which says npm not found. So with that we have to first of all install npm. So over here what we can do is sudo apt space get space install npm. Okay, so over here we are installing npm. So the command is essentially sudo apt space install npm. So essentially on a Windows machine where you would go to a Windows server and download a particular application for your computer, on a command line, this is how you install any application. So sudo is for giving administrative privilege, then apt install basically installs a program called npm. Okay, so now over here this is asking us if we want to continue. So let's press Y and let's click enter. So basically this will install npm for us, which stands for Node Package Manager. And we will be looking at what exactly is meant by the Node Package Manager shortly once we look at the basics of JavaScript. Okay, so over here if you simply type in npm, that is when you can see this particular message on the command line which says usage npm and then a command. So now let's press the up arrow until we have the npm command. So we have sudo npm I-G HTTP server. So now let's click enter so that this is installing HTTP server for us. and with this we have installed HTTP server on our system. Okay, so now in order to run HTTP server, let's type in ls. So we want to make sure that we are inside the email website directory. Okay, so over here as we have done ls, we can see that we have the email website folder over here. So let's type in cd space email dash website. Okay, so with this we will go inside the email website folder. Let's type in ls again. So over here now we have the public folder. So let's wait over here and let's type in http dash server. Okay, so with this we have set up a new HTTP server, and over here as you can see these numbers written in green basically indicate the port on which this particular website is running. So over here we can click on the web preview button, and over here you can click on preview on port 8080, which is exactly the number which is seen over here, or you can click on change port and put in a corresponding port over here. So after clicking on port 8080, that is when over here we can see the website which we have built until now. So first of all, the title says email checker, and then we have an h1 tag which says email checker.